Hey, welcome to the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast for intentional living. With me, Iona Mead here at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So in today's episode, we are going to be focusing on soul family. I think this is my favorite day. I always say that. So let me just see. The live stream on Facebook apparently is not doing it. So it says delete it, remove it. I don't know. Let's see. I would do it all over again, but not sure. This happens sometimes. Let me see if I can fix this while I am here with you. And just forgive me, okay? Forgive me. Let's see if I can fix it so I can stream out. Nope, I cannot, apparently. Apparently, I can't save the changes or fix it. Facebook, this is why we go. Let me see if I can remove it. Then add it again. Maybe. Apologies. This is the platform. So YouTube, love you. Facebook, thank you. All right. So I would say that it is my fault actually, because this was supposed to be streamed out on Friday and it is now Sunday, which it had to have me tell on myself. That's the way that my brain works. Let's dive into this episode in Soul Family. And if you are new to me, this is going to be a spiritual life coaching session for Lightworkers. If you're a student of mine at the soullegacyacademy.com, you will be familiar with this whole process. I have a 2-hour coaching call, a spiritual life and work balance call for my students. And this is it's a 2-hour monthly coaching call. And this is a follow-on. And so what I want to say is my book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, A Soul Guided Influences Compass to Leverage a Light Work and Lifestyle on YouTube, is about spiritual YouTubers and the Soul Legacy Academy and the Soul Legacy TV actually supporting other fellow spiritual YouTubers to put their gifts out there. And so with Soul Family and Relationship Freedom Friday, that's my jam. That's like, I'm here for you, I'm here for me. And if you are in the Soul Legacy Academy and you're watching this, then techie glitches happen sometimes. I know that sometimes we have fear of putting ourselves out there, and it just is what it is, right? So let's dive in. I usually give the rundown of the whole episode and what I'm going to talk about. I'll do that really briefly. So we're going to talk about the Soul Legacy Wheel. We're going to talk about the 1 week to create your spiritual badass spiritual business vision board challenge. We're going to talk about rating your vibrational frequency, rating it. We're going to set soul intentions for the day, 3 of them, between 1 and 3. We're going to talk about the book for the day, the card for the day, the note for the universe, express gratitude, play the soul income game, and then express gratitude. So that's the format of this podcast. And let's dive in. So whatever soul family means to you, I know that many of my soul tribe, many of my soul clients feel like, I would say, a misfit, an outcast, the black sheep, the whatever it is in the family. They don't really feel judged. They don't really get it. They don't really fit in, all the things, right? And so when we think of family are amazing. But for me, family, soul family, the soul group that we came to this earthly plane and incarnated, that kind of soul family, right? And so soul family can be a blood family. Soul family can just be the friends that you decide a family. And soul family, I call you guys soul family, the Soul Guided Influences family in the Soul Legacy Academy. I also call my students soul legacy leavers because we're here to leave a legacy. But that's that relationship. So when we talk about the Soul Legacy Wheel and these 7 areas on the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast. So if you don't know, Mondays I go live and I talk about the area for spiritual life and work balance from your contribution, your health on a Tuesday, emotions on a Wednesday, environment on a Thursday, relationship freedom, which is Friday. We're talking about soul family, spiritual freedom on Saturdays, and financial freedom on Sundays. We don't want to leave any area of our life out. And after we go through an awakening and we even know, okay, well, there's the blood family, but we've got soul family because we're souls having a human experience. It's really, really powerful. And I always say, don't do your light work alone. Don't try and do your light work alone. So when you are thinking of what I call the Soul Legacy Wheel, which I developed and I talk about in my Vision Board Challenge and in the Soul Legacy Academy with my students on the 2-hour monthly coaching call, when you're visualizing each of those areas of your life, think of the relationships that you need to have in order for those to manifest. We don't do things alone. We're not here in the world to do everything alone, to live alone, well, we can live alone, but you know what I mean? Like, as in, like, we're not in the world just ourselves. We need other people in order to have our life function. And everybody's not going to be soul family, but when we have a community around us, I wanted to build a soul-led community so I could show up, speak out, and serve deep, and teach my students to show up, speak out, and serve deep, because I didn't have that. I remember years ago, I was actually outpriced on a coaching program, and I don't talk about this very often because I don't really think about it. But I talk about me making a vow to never let anybody be outpriced who needed my services, soul family, and have that family there that you didn't necessarily have, that's supporting you, that believing in you, that are rooting for you. Sometimes it's online that the people that are supporting us, but I was outpriced on a coaching program. It was about authentic marketing, and the two coaches, husband and wife, were absolutely amazing. But I was outpriced, and I made that vow, and I wanted to have community around me. I was getting up and I was going on a coaching call at like 1 a.m. or something like that, because they were out in Canada, I think. And I came across them years and years later, and they were coaching under another coach, a well-known coach in the industry. But it was not being able to continue with their program. It was like I felt alone, I felt isolated, I felt misunderstood by the people that were around me, including family, blood family. And I was like, I want to do something about that. And they were saying about me going from that, being alone to community, and it stuck with me, and it helped me shape here where I am now. So when you think of the soul legacy wheel, or when we think of the soul legacy wheel and the contribution that you're going to make in the world, you can't make that contribution alone. We're here as a light worker to do light work, to bring that light, to go through our own dark night of the soul, right? And then support others who have gone through something similar. So there's a relationship that you build with the people that you're blazing the trail for, right? And you keep going, because you're here, and you're meant for more, and you're meant to add for transformation to the world. The world in itself, yes, but like just the people that you can serve. We don't have to take on the whole entire world. And I know that some of my soul clients and soul tribe feel like, well, I can help and heal the whole entire world. I mean, literally, really, how many people are in the world? Like, I think that's ego, and I think that's keeps us stuck. If we just say, we want to have an impact on the collective, if you're going to have an impact on the collective, the biggest impact is you can make with yourself, because raising our own vibrational frequency to the level that we want to witness in the world is everything. And when we raise our vibration, we're raising at the level where soul family is. When we're in the lower vibrational frequencies, we attract certain people. And I was saying this to a soul sister earlier, actually, that I've had I call my soul family, I've called them in and come in. And just because they're a soul family doesn't mean to say, hey, how you doing? It doesn't mean to say that, they'll stay in your life forever. I find that quite hard, actually, I will say, because when I build bonds, I build them for me, I see people that come into my life and I'm like, I'm there for it. I'm here for you. I've got your back. You've got mine. And so my best friend, we're soul sisters. I've got a lot of soul sisters, actually, and soul brothers, but mostly soul sisters. And we've been friends since we were 6 years old. And that strength and that love and that's how I see building friendships. That's how I see building my soul tribe. And I'm really fortunate to have and to be building, in the process of building, a ride or die soul tribe. It's just phenomenal. And a ride or soul tribe and soul family, not just for myself, but for the community, the subscribers that come into watch at the Soul Legacy TV Spiritual Business Success, and that join the Soul Legacy Academy and the Soul Guided Influencers family, my students and my community tend to just really love upon each other and stay in contact, whether they're in contact with me or not, like they're in contact with each other. And I love that. And I encourage buddying up and all the things. When you have a vision for, and you create that on your vision board, notice that every single area, again, contribution and money comes through people. I heard Abraham Hicks say this years ago. Money comes through people. You know, like when we're like behind closed doors and we don't want to speak to anyone, like the world is wonky. I say it all the time. World is wonky. The world is this, da 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 da, blah blah blah. The money comes through people, and we know it comes through people because we go, well, I'm reaching people and they can't afford me, so therefore I've got no money in my business. Like I talked about money blocks on Sunday. Financial Freedom Sunday. It is Financial Freedom Sunday today. This is supposed to be going on Friday, but yeah, money. If you've got money blocks, it's because you're not relating to people and solving the problem that they have on the back end of your spiritual business as a light worker. And as a light worker, your duty is to do light work in the world, right? So we want to do this together. We want to figure it out. And so doing the vision board challenge, I'm going to share with you how you can figure it out. And I do that vision board challenge. I'll leave the link in the cards in the description on my YouTube channel at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Subscribe and you'll get notified when I go live on the second week in December, Monday to Friday, Monday to Sunday even. And there's the replay for that as well. When you go through that challenge, you'll do it with community, invite other people, invite other soul family in, and then you'll see how you can get your gifts out in the world and actually invite soul family into your world. So I practice what I preach, I walk my talk, and I'm sharing with you a model, a business model that feels amazing. It's not out there because I created it, my brain. So the next segment for this spiritual life coaching session for Lightworkers is rating your vibrational frequency. We do this daily. If you've never been in my world, then you don't know. But if you are in my world and you're a student of mine and you are registered for the monthly call, I bonus that in. I bonus 2 hours of a group coaching call around this. And I wanted to spend time with those in my soul family who are ambitious, spiritual coaches, earth angels, authors, and entrepreneurs who are doing light work in the world. I don't have time to have superficial conversations. I don't even know what they're called. What is it? Like, I don't know, chatter, like, I don't know, chit chat, kind of. I can't even think of what the word is, but I like to have meaningful conversations, figure stuff out. Just like that's the way that my brain works. So I wanted to attract a soul tribe who are willing to do the work, willing to do whatever it takes. And if you are, I would love for you to join me and continue on your education beyond this live, this soul family. And when you're thinking, oh, well, soul family, who are my soul family, a lot of your soul family will be in my community, and it's just amazing. I love it. So let's rate our vibrational frequency from a 1 to an 11. So we rate a 1 is I feel like this, and 11 is I'm feeling that soul guidance. I'm looking at the world through the lens of my soul. I'm not pushed and pulled by life. I actually know that I'm a creator and a manifester, a powerful manifester of my life and of my reality, and I'm living, and I love this. As Neville Goddard says, as if my wishes are fulfilled. And if you don't have light-minded people around you, then come and continue on this conversation. I'm here for it. I'm here for you. Every single Friday, I will be here for you. Or you can watch the replay. And journaling together and figuring this thing called life out together. Figuring this thing out called business together, being a light worker, what that means to you. I'm here for you. So rate your vibration 1 to 11. My vibration is at an 11 today. So every single day, according to whichever the 7 freedoms on the 7 days of the week, I will rate my vibration. So Monday, my vibration was an 11. Tuesday, it was a 10. It dipped. It was health freedom. Emotional freedom was 11. Environmental freedom was 11. And today is relationship freedom. It's 11. So I know that my vibration is high and it's in alignment, even when my physical world doesn't reflect that. And when we've gone through an awakening, I would say that when we don't really resonate with that many people and we're on this journey and it feels alone, it feels lonely. I think that's part and parcel of things that we go through when we go through an awakening. But when you come out the other side and you come out the version of you, that's in alignment and who is gathering your spiritual ascension tools and you're alchemizing it, then you're just calling in at a different level, right? I love it. So the next segment of this YouTube podcast is to set intentions, soul intentions. So some people like to set goals. I like to set intentions. So that means you're not really attached. You have the intention to do whatever it is, and you're flexible enough to move those intentions, like if there's something else that comes up, do that first. And then sometimes when we set a goal, we don't know how to achieve it, right? But there's other things that need to happen before actually that goal manifests or that goal is ticked off. And so when we set an intention, we have an intention to do something, and you then allow the universe to show you the way, but you set that intention. Okay, so what can you do? Either what can you let in or let go of over this next week to improve your soul family that you've got on your vision? Like, who do you want to call in? Who do you want to have around you? Don't know if you've heard of the 5 closest people to your principle, but the sum of the 5 closest people to you that you have around you on a daily, weekly basis is the sum of those people is who you will end up being. So if you're not around people who are doing what you want to do, who are speaking the language that you speak, then I suggest increasing your circle. And that can be family, that can be partners, it can be children, it can be all the things. You get to decide. Write those down. What I would say and I'm looking down because I'm looking in my journal, the Soul Legacy Journal, Spiritual Awakening Stories of 365, a co-authored, a co-created Soul Path to Spiritual Alchemy for Lightworkers. And so write down your rating for today, write down your intentions for today, and then come to the monthly coaching call, and I'll share with you how you can do that, how you can continue on your education with me through my masterclass at soullegacyacademy.com. You can get coaching on this. So then that means, when you're bodying up as a student of mine, you're coming to the month actually working with someone who is on a similar path to you, who's got similar intentions, who are focusing on each area of their life every single day, like a different day. It's beautiful. I hadn't seen anything out there like it, and so I created it. What I want to say is the book for today, and I didn't actually listen to a different book for Relationship Freedom Friday. I usually talk about, and I don't have it to hand, I don't think. Hang on, have I? Maybe the 5 love languages. Hang on. Yeah, I have. Hang on. Trying not to knock everything down. The 5 love languages. This says make it happen. That's not it. 5 love languages. The secret to love that lasts. And the 5 love languages for men. If you've got a dude, sons, this. If you are in a relationship, this. There's one for children as well. It's written by a guy called Dr. Gary Chapman. Amazing. I talk about the 5 love languages all the time. And so basically there are 5 languages in which we give and receive love. We may not give love in the way that we receive it, but anyway, there's 5 love languages. All children need all 5. And then as we get older, we have a preference. We might have a primary preference and then a secondary preference. Your girl's got 3. But anyway, they are in no particular order. Gifts, which is not my love language. Gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and acts of service. And so when you understand your love language, you can bring it, and I talk about this in my teaching, you can bring it into your work. And so my biggest love language, my top love language is quality time. So I'm able to give my time. Me giving my time here is a big deal. Me gifting my time on a 2-hour monthly coaching call for my students is a big deal. It's an acts of service. It's giving and a gift, because I'm not that good at giving gifts, but it's a gift. It's an act of service. It's quality time. It's words. It's not physical touch though. But when my students do come onto, I don't know if I'm blurry or not, when my students do come onto my calls, we all get goosebumps. So there's physical something. But when we go on the Soul Guided Millionaires mastermind retreat and a beachside gathering in Thailand, then we'll do all that physical touch stuff. But they're my love languages. Whatever your love languages are, being mindful that your soul tribes will probably be similar. All right. So just saying. So the next book that I want to talk about is Calling in the One, 7 Weeks to Attract Your Love of Your Life. Now, I have a spin-off YouTube channel called Intention Dating. And so I'm sharing my journey of when I went through my twin flame union, and then I have split from my twin flame, and calling in that soul family is part of me calling in my husband, calling in my one. And so I talk about intentional dating and attracting your soulmate or your twin flame, and sex and marriage, soulful sex and a magic marriage, actually. And so that part of the soul family and relationships is really, really big for me. Family is everything, but as you merge families, as you're dating, as you get older, there's all those things. So I'll talk about that on that YouTube channel. I used to talk about it more on Relationship Freedom Fridays, but I've got a whole channel where I'm doing a book review, and then I will be writing my book. So you're welcome to go over there and subscribe. It's called Intention Dating App. All right. What else? Book for the day. Those are the 2 books for the day. Card for the day. I pulled this on Friday, and I did a note from the universe, and I did it already. I did it on a different live, and I didn't need to. Which one was the? Oh, hang on. This one. This was the card for Relationship Freedom Friday. It says, I think it's Kalima, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. I don't know if this was that one or that one. Hang on. Express. Okay. No, it wasn't. It was this one. Because I was thinking about yoni massages and all the things on the Friday morning, and then this popped up. I was doing some research for the book, and this came up. It's called Life for Kernos Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. And then what I will say is extended message. There is a deep connection, deep build-up of life force within you now, and a need to channel it into action. Absolutely. You may have extra energy and be more alert than usual, or be aware of the sense of increased sexual and sensual energy. It said it the other way around. Increased sensual and sexual energy. If you've been unsure of how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the riches of your soul. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed or muted. If you are denying yourself a desire, ask yourself, how can you fulfill it? Ask Kernos, however you say it, to help you access your sexual self so that you can express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child, this card appears, fertility is very positive, especially if Bridget, the Kernos twin flame, is present too. I love that. And so I was like processing, calling in my one and the purpose of this YouTube channel and also my second YouTube channel, and it just really dropped in. I wish I'd have shared it on Friday. Hey love, I wish I'd have shared it on Friday, because it was just epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, but I just didn't feel like I just paused, because the relationship with me on Friday just felt like too off to come on to the live. I'd had news of one of my soul sisters, from when we were teenagers. We've been friends. Her mum passed, and I'd had a conversation with her, and it impacts every conversation that we have. It really impacts everything that we do. And so because I've had a recent loss, it was just like, oh wow. But at the same time, she was saying, so hey Robin, how you doing? Thank you for joining me, love. So Robin's on Energy Healing TV and podcast with Robin. And so my friend was saying, oh, well, we're about the same age, I think. She said, I know I'm going to be in a relationship. We've both been single for a while. And she's like, I know I'm going to be in a relationship next year. And I shared with her this book. And I'm telling you, the book is absolutely incredible. I'm doing a book review for it. It's one of the best books. It's the best relationship book. And I'm always talking about the 5 love languages. But this, if you want to call in your person and just do the work, it's amazing. And I actually shared with her and my YouTube channel for the Intention Dating app. And I never do that. Like my actual family and friends, I kind of keep that separate. You may do that. But I didn't. I shared it with her, and I shared it with my nephew's mum as well. I think it's really powerful, because for me, my journey, I'll pull your comments up in a second. My journey of going through my twin flame, I know that I impacted a lot of my soul tribe. A lot of people were married, but they were in relationships where their spouse wanted to be on the journey with their wife rather than growing apart, which was phenomenal. A lot of my students were also single and were like, never want to do that ever again, stuff the relationship. And some were like, yeah, I'm ready. You know, if it was a right person, of course. And so that called me to do the second YouTube channel. So Robin says, I'm glad I caught you live. Thank you. It's really nice to have you on. So I'm really to hear about your friends, Mum. Thank you. So she lives in my hometown, and it was just, but I'm really happy that I had that break and I gave myself that grace. I teach this to give yourself grace. I go live every single day. I'm always thinking about my business. I'm always serving. I'm always showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. But also I don't force my business. I know you know this because we've worked together for many years, and you're my soul sister. But for those of you who are like, yeah, I want to call in myself family. I want to do this for my soul tribe. I want to do this. You do want to show up. Also, you want to be filling up your own cup. And actually what you do, Robin, and you talking about the self-care, that's exactly what I needed to do for myself. So I love that. Don't know if you heard the card. It was a really powerful one on Friday. What else have we got to do today? We have done the Soul Legacy Wheel. We've done the Vision Board. We've got the Vision Board Challenge starting tomorrow, actually, for 7 days. We rated our vibrational frequency. Robin, if you want to, you can. If you don't, that's okay. But if you want to rate your vibrational frequency for today, RFF, for Soul Family, then you can absolutely do that. 1 being in Soul Funk, and 11 being in Soul Flow, how tuned in you feel. And then we can set intentions for the next week. If you want to, you can do that. Okay. So writing down 1 to 3 things that you can do to improve your relationships or improve the relationship with you, setting that intention. And so sometimes we have to let things go, and sometimes we have to let things in, and sometimes we just pause. But if you've got if you can think of 1 to 3 things that you want to do between now and next Friday, although it's Sunday, now and next Friday, to do with your soul family, calling them in, or the relationship with you, any relationship, I will be having a date on next Sunday. So that's something that's like, okay, well, is that going to happen? Being in alignment with it. Do I want to keep swiping on the date app? What do I want to do? Like for my relationships, I will see my daughter, my relationship with my granddaughter and my daughter and my grandson are just like paramount. So I know that's for you as well. And so it's like, okay, well, maintaining that, I was speaking to my daughter, was it yesterday or the day before? And I was like, oh, okay. But she said something to me and it stung me. I think it was yesterday. So 2 days in a row, I was like, oh my gosh, it matters to me. Being a mama matters to me. Being a grandma matters to me. So it's like, okay, what can I do? How can I get out of that funk? And I did today. I was showing her one that I was watching, the program that we watched together. We were spending time together on Thursday. And I binge watched the program, the series. It was The Ultimatum. And then I found another one called Late Daters, something like that. It's with a lady who actually does Hinge. She manages Hinge or something. I can't remember what her name is. Logan, her name is. And so on that, I watched it. I binge watched it instead of doing my live, right? But I got content. Anyway, there's a hairstyle that a particular lady had. And I said, oh, Mia, like, what about this? And she's like, you'd be able to rock that, Mum. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. So I got something out of it. So Robin says her relationship freedom Friday equals a 9. And so thank you, Robin. And for those of you who want to do your rating, I did mine. It was an 11. And so when it is at between a 1 and 11, whatever it is, what we want to do is notice what's dipping and go back to our vision board when we do it, and then see what it is that we really want to manifest and see how it is that we really want to feel, and then alter the relationship with us, go within. We can't ever change anyone that's around us. It's like, okay, what do we need to let go of? What do we need to let in? Set those soul intentions so we can raise our own vibrational frequency around it. Sometimes it's spending more time with somebody. Sometimes it's spending less, right? Sometimes it's just, bringing new people in, new energy in. That's really cool. I love that. Those of you who've said, I'm coming to the Vision Board Challenge, that's bringing new energy in as well. And I love it. Robin says, my strong soul relationships are amazing. Love that. Healing around biological family relationships. Yes, I love that too. And so that's exactly what I was saying. Like when I first started this live, my sister-in-law was like my sister, so we would introduce ourselves as sisters, right? And so she's white, right? And so I say that like she's white, but that's how but when we'd go out and we'd go out dancing, and I try not to cry because I didn't intend to talk about her, but soul family, yes, she was married into the family, but also my brother and her were divorced, but we'd known each other for 33 years. And so just having her in my life, like, it hasn't always run smooth, but we called each other sisters. I had her back and she had mine. And, I would say that she felt more like a sister than my sister. If my sister ever watches this, it's true. Like, it might offend people, like, oh my God, but we got on. You choose the people, you choose your soul family, you don't choose your biological. Well, apparently you do choose your biological, right? We say that our children choose us. So therefore, I know you love this, Robin, we choose our family. And we choose when we come in and we choose when we go out. So apparently, especially as Lightworkers, I'm laughing, we chose exactly who we needed to grow, right? And so it's like, oh, okay, really? So in order to do our light work in the world, we learn from those lessons. And I love the soul family, and I love my family. Like, my family are ride or die. Like, they would literally, my family are ride or die, my blood family. However, I don't feel like I am like them. And they know that, I know that. And that's okay. Now it's more so okay than it was when I was going through my awakening. I was like, I don't even know who you people are. Binge watch content and got content, so you were productive. Thank you. Giving me grace. Exactly that. I did. I watched content and it gave me content, and it gave me like a hairdo. I won't reveal all. I won't reveal all. Robin says, sometimes I have to stop avoiding the wounds and need to heal and give them attention and energy they deserve. I love that. And obviously, Robin, with you and the Energy Healing TV, you do that and you know how to do that. Not all of us do that. Not all of us know how to do that. And when we're avoiding them, it's still in our vibration because we're saying no to it. So it's that healing and that surfacing and that journaling and walking through it. And so, yeah, I love that. Thank you. I binge watched, I was productive. All right, so did the card for today. Note from the universe. I did today's note from the universe yesterday. I don't think Mike Dooley's got another note from the universe. I don't think so. Let me see if I can find one that I haven't read out. Okay. Okay, this one says, Iona, I think a big reason I like the holiday season so much is because it's one of the few times during the year when masses of people take it upon themselves to be the difference in the lives of others without asking me to do it for them, which gives me hope that that the day's not far off when they'll do as much for themselves. Tally ho, the universe. I love Mike Dooley's work. And Mike Dooley, I got that note from the universe from having a relationship, from having a date night. I was like, oh my gosh, Mike Dooley's stuff. He subscribed to it. And manifesting, in the process of manifesting and calling in my one, a spiritual man. And I'll talk about it again on the other YouTube channel. But that, like, who I'm speaking to are more spiritual men, and I wasn't before like, what is that? And that's really cool as well. And so he had subscribed to Mike Dooley, and I was like, oh my gosh, Mike Dooley, the Notes from the Universe. Today I looked at Mike Dooley's email, and he said we're off to Greece, and he's off to a travel tour, a tour or something. It looks like a retreat, but it doesn't sound like a retreat. It sounds like a group holiday that he does. I don't know if any of you have been on it or know Mike Dooley. I love his work. And I wanted to do my retreat. And I was like, the way that retreats are taught and the way that I'm like, not really. So I'm calling in my soul family to do a beachside gathering and to have a holiday. Like, yes, retreats, but I don't want to teach on my retreat. So he does group talks. And I'm like a daily workshop. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And the rest of the time, we're just going to go have fun. Like, literally. Let me see. Robin says, I love that. We can do so much ourselves, but then we've been conditioned to believe that we can't. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that conditioning as light workers, we know that it's there, but then the process of us going through our awakening, just even knowing that we are being conditioned is like a miracle. And then gathering up the spiritual ascension tools where we've come out of that illusion and then giving it back to others who have then become awake. I think it's really, really powerful. Just even knowing that is huge. All right, so what else have we got? Note from the universe, the soul income game we're going to play, snooze you lose, and then we'll do gratitude and we'll wrap up. All right, so the soul income game, this journal, right, you're welcome, by the way. This journal is a magical journal, right? As the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy and the host here at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona, I wanted to have more success. However, I had fear around success. I had fear around failure, fear around success, and fear around selling. And so I was like, okay, well, how do I make this fun, this world of business? And how do I receive money for contributing in a way that I already believe that I can manifest the money, right? Many of us have money blocks, and I know that you talk about this. Robin says, I love your journal. Thank you, love. I love your journaling as well. And so this is it's magic, right? And so it gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. So that it's a blank notebook, but it becomes your content and the content of your journal, your daily, like writing and scripting and whatever it is that you need to do to manifest. And I like to say I soul speak into existence. So you write, some people write down their soul's intentions and then they just quickly manifest. Some people, it takes a little bit more time, it takes a little bit of repetition. You do you, whatever you need to do. But this journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. And it's up to you to spend this vibrational money voucher to be in alignment with your vision board, your 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board and bank 50K in 50 days. Now, this challenge is the banking 50K in 50 days in the vibrational world. Now, I teach you to do it in create a business model to bank 50k in 50 days as a light worker in the visible world, I have a one-page plan that goes with my book that's at the Soul Legacy Academy. But let's do it vibrationally first, because if we don't do it vibrationally first, it ain't gonna manifest in the visible world, because we're blocking it with our beliefs. Because if it was, it would be here already. So this is us bridging that vibrational gap and making it fun, and not repelling the money or resisting what it is that we need to do in order to meet the universe halfway. So this journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros, wherever you are in the world, your currency. There's rules to the game. And so you tithe 10% of the 1,000, right? That's $100 to a worthy cause that you feel is worthy. I know that some people like charities are this and that and this and that. I'm not going to repeat all the things that people say. Create one then, right? But the charity that I contribute to is called Compassionate Friends. It's a charity for bereaved parents, because I am one. So I dedicate my work, my soul work, to my son. So that makes me feel good. So every single day I'm visualizing and I'm tithing 10%. I want you to find a worthy cause. I also contribute to Cruise Bereavement Care. I have a fund connected to my son. So if you ever find my work of value and you want to donate to that, you absolutely can. I'd love it. There's a charity water as well, and also cancer research. Those are all things that I'm passionate about. When I do a bucket list item, I tend to hook that up to the cancer research and do an activity for it. So think of a worthy cause and actually go and physically go to the page and click the donate button, whatever it is. Obviously, you do whatever you need to do. And I did this today, and I had filled out all of my information, and I filled out the information, the address of the BAM conversion that I'm in the process of manifesting. I thought that was pretty cool. I took screenshots and I put them in my journal. Now, this is a paper journal. I also use an app called Penzu, penzu.com. And I capture all my images, the evidence of me manifesting and having that relationship with the universe. And so it's evidence. So my brain is like on the evidence of, oh, this is real. So write that down, whatever it is that you want to type in your journal. I'd love to know what that is. Do feel free to share it. I'll come to your comments in a second. And then you spend the rest of the money. Right. So this is the fun part. Every single day. Now I've done this today. And I do it every day. And on Sundays, I share more of what I've been spending my vibrational money voucher on. So you spend it and you visualize what is on your vision board. Again, if you haven't done the vision board, there's a link in the show notes in the description for you to do that challenge with me. So when you do the challenge, the 1 week, when you do the challenge, the bank 50k in 50 days, you spend it consecutively every single day. So £900, dollars, or euros. Now, if you don't want to spend it every single day with me or in your journal, then you can save it to Sunday. You can carry over the balance, or if you spend some, you carry over the balance. So you get 7k in a week, right? But you do, after Sunday, if you don't spend it, you snooze, you lose it. So spend the vibrational money voucher with me daily. Let me know what you're spending it on. Post it in the group in the 1 week to create a spiritual business vision board and bank 50k 50 days challenge group. Buddy up and come to the 2-hour monthly coaching call, and I can see what it is that you spend in your vibrational money voucher. And as you actually manifest, start celebrating what it is that you're manifesting. It's a beautiful process. It was inspired by the book Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks, their prosperity game, and also Frederick Lerman's prosperity consciousness. Now, the idea as a light worker is to move from that poverty consciousness to a prosperity consciousness. I want to see more light workers with financial freedom, experiencing financial freedom, and not just for the money's sake, but actually contributing. And I know that if I'm contributing in the world and I'm receiving financial freedom, that financial freedom is an indicator and a tracker of how many people I'm reaching and how many people I'm serving, and not for free, because this is just surface stuff. But if you're on my 2-hour monthly coaching call, the 7 Freedoms Frequency Calling Gym, it means that you've invested. You've invested in yourself, you've invested in your business, and you've invested in your lifestyle, right? So the more money I see come in, then that means I've served. So when you're doing this game, imagine that you've actually served people, whatever your pricing is. So that for that 1,000. So I have a $55 course that goes with my book. So I have my book, again, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul Guided Influencer's Compass to Leverage Your Lightwork and Lifestyle on YouTube. This is me doing that. So I have my book, which is $5.55 for the Kindle, $15.55 for the paperback, $55 for the challenge, but for readers, I've gone blurry. For readers, you get that challenge. I have my bootcamp, which is $555, and then I have my mastermind, which is $5,555. So imagine 7K in a week. What do you need to do in the visible world to actually have that fair energy exchange? But we do it in the vibrational world, so it feels safe, and then we do it in the visible world. So hopefully that makes sense. And if it doesn't, come to my masterclass, the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube and Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge, and I'll share more with you, and I'll walk you through how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying soul clients. All right. So I just absolutely love it. Robin says thank you. Not sure what the thank you was for, but you're welcome. Get out of your own way and receive it out. Yes, I got that. You when I comment on your live, you're like, yeah, I get you. Yeah, I get you. Get out of your own way and receive. Just really receiving, being at that, emitting the vibration is really powerful. I love that idea. Create your own charity. Yeah. I've got that on. I had to push that idea further away because I wanted to create a bereavement foundation, but I've got other things that I want to do first. That's become by accident. Okay. My stuck or block point is knowing what I want. Okay, cool. But that's why I'm here, clearing out those blocks and getting into flow. I love that. Thank you. And when we do the vision board challenge, and when you do that, you've done the vision board challenge with me many times. When we do that and we do it live, or you watch it on the replay, it gives you that clarity because it's not the money that you want, but it is the lifestyle that you want. And so when you're contributing, it's like, okay, when we don't know what it is that we want to do in the world, we look back at the journey. We can always look back at our own journey and see the path that we've walked. I don't believe that we're here to walk people down a path that we've not walked down. So when we look back, okay, this is the path, like whether you've loved it or not, you've got through what it is and you've walked it and you've stepped it. There's other people that are in our position. Like there's other people that, want to write a book, want to start a YouTube channel. It's been really painful for me. Really painful. Other people that have gone through a spiritual awakening and want to make sense of their life. I've been through many, through loss and grief and being at the lower vibrational frequency. So I'm like, well, how do I raise my vibration? And that's it. Like it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. And so when we look back at our path, it's like, what have I done? And what am I doing? And can I actually monetize this? Robin says, absolutely, financial freedom, aka freedom in general. Yeah, so the 7 freedoms frequency, you have that vision of freedom, value of freedom, and vibrate at the frequency of freedom. In this world, realm, society, that includes finances. Absolutely, as you said, absolutely. Is what Robin says. All right, are we done? I think we're done. We're going to wrap up with gratitude. I'll let you go. So, Robin, you know how I do gratitude. I know you do gratitude as well. So I like to say I soul speak into existence. This is really, really powerful. It's just a process that I've used. You do it however you want to do it. If you want to do it the same way that I do it, I would love that. And if you don't and you want to adjust it, you absolutely can. Whether you want to write it down or speak it with me, speak your own, absolutely fine. You might sort of see how I do it for me and then do it for yourself. So I've got my stones, I've got my crystal, and my niece gave me this, love hearts, and a little gratitude stone that I use that my daughter gave me. And as a family, we would do that. I've done it with partners and I've done it with my children. Said gratitude. We know the power of emitting our frequency. And so the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast is about emitting the vibration of all of the 7 freedoms for that spiritual life and work balance and that life to manifest. So again, we go through the 7 freedoms frequency, the intentional living codes. We tweak our vibration just with a tweak things start to pop off and manifest, right? So this is us raising our vibration, and this is me emitting the vibration of all 7 areas in like a couple minutes, right? So again, contribution freedom is on a Monday, health freedom is on Tuesday, emotional freedom is on Wednesday, environmental freedom is on Thursdays, spiritual freedom is on relationship freedom today is on Fridays, spiritual freedom on Saturdays, and financial freedom on Sundays. So what if I want to experience that light work and lifestyle balance, and I want to manifest in all areas of my life, and I don't want to say leave my relationships out, or I don't want to leave money out, then emitting the vibration on a daily is beautiful. So I say I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I appreciate, and I feel the blessings in my life. It's okay to say I'm happy and grateful. I'm happy, I'm grateful, I appreciate, and not really feel it. You can start there, but you want to feel it, right? Write it down, or soul speaking into existence with me, and feel it, imagine it. Now, I like to say, okay, well, if you don't feel like you've got that much to be grateful for, say like it's our blood family, we're like, okay, then like they're getting on my nerves, whatever. Or I haven't got any soul clients, or whatever, or I don't have people around me on social media that get me, whatever it is. We can go and say something from the past when we did experience joy, and or we can say something from the present if you have that experience now and be grateful for it. Or something that's on your vision board is in your predicted future. So you don't have to rely on your physical world to be to have that evidence, right, for you to see that, for you to be grateful for it. And I always say, in order for, before your vision board, your 1 week to create a badass spiritual business vision board manifests, we've got to be grateful for it. We've got to see it and feel it, right? And that's like the tire kicker. It's like, really, Iona? Because it's not in my world. Well, as Neville Goddard says, you're living from the end, living from as if the wish is fulfilled. It's already done. We don't have doubt. We don't have fear around it because it's already done. So let's practice. So for contribution freedom, so we'll go through each of the 7 freedoms. Contribution, again, speak it out, write it down, whatever you do. I do this on a morning myself privately, and then I'll come and I'll just give you this example. So I say, I always close my eyes. I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate contribution. Happy and grateful and appreciate the contribution that we are making today, just through this conversation, Robin, in this present moment. Like, it's just beautiful. There's energy and it's dancing. And I know that I've taught you, you've taught me, and we've worked together. And I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. Whoa, I'm happy and I'm happy and grateful for that. Like, it just lights me up. It's just really beautiful. It's helped me to actually get to where I am now, having a soul sister, having a soul family all across the world I've never actually met in person. Help me with my contribution. That is, I will always be eternally grateful. I'm gonna move on because I'll cry. I'm happy. Well, you know what? It's not a bad thing to be so grateful that you're emotional. That's the point, right? You feel it. Oh my gosh, Robin, get off. I'm happy and I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health. Like, I did my workout, I did my lives earlier, I did the Financial Freedom Sunday, because this is Relationship Freedom Friday on a Sunday. And then I did my workout and I did my V-shred, and it felt, your girl's got it. Like, there's one point I was like, oh my gosh, I feel really, it's daunting to do that. I popped that 20 minutes off. I was like, is this it? Like, I was ready to go. So I'm really happy and grateful for that, for doing the V-shred. And for Vince, I don't even know what his surname is. He's amazing. It's a really great little fun workout. It's not as hardcore as Insanity. I'm grateful for that. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate emotional freedom. This. I'm a crier, y'all. I'm a crier. I cry on my coaching calls. I just cry. I care. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I can be in integrity and just show up with Soul Family. Because if you're watching this, you're part of the Soul Family, right? And I can say, look, this is me, raw and real. And, making those soul connections, it's emotional. So I'm happy and grateful for that YouTube give us this platform. Happy and grateful for the environment, YouTube, that platform, this platform, phenomenal. I am addicted to YouTube. I just am. I love it. We get so many free resources, so many people sharing what their knowledge, what they've learned for free. Like, this was unheard of so many years ago. You know, it's just beautiful, absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful that I was able to, one, write my book, and two, I'm here sharing my gifts, and I've embedded this live stream into the Soul Legacy Academy in the Global Networking Hub. So if you are, and in my Seven Freedoms Frequency Calling Gym, and in my boot camp, right? So it's just the environment that I get to serve in, show up and speak out and serve deep, is incredible. I'm so grateful. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate spiritual freedom. Keepers of the Light by Cal Gray. He does not, his cards, I bought these years ago, still using them every single day, calling in whatever it is that I need to call in, whatever message. I literally jumped up this morning after pulling my card. I was like, oh my gosh, like this makes so much sense. This connects this connects it. It was beautiful. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate financial freedom. I'm happy and grateful to be able to play the soul income game and then actually purchase tickets to Australia to see my niece. I'm so happy, so grateful. I was feeling into that just so much, and I just love it. So absolutely, exactly. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you. Oh, making you cry too. Sorry. Well, if I'm going to do it, you're going to do it too. Robin knows I'm crying. Exactly. You care, and it shows. Thank you. I love that. So that is it for this episode. I did not expect to be on here that long. I will say, come to the Soul Legacy Academy, continue on your education. I would love that. And so I've got this little bit of a blurb at the end, and I haven't memorized it yet. So, like, forgive me. And whoever else is on here, and whoever else watches the replay, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please do share this out. I would love to reach more of my soul family, call in my soul family, because I'm here to serve. So I'd love to support you in launching, leading, and leaving your soul legacy, and doing it with ease, grace, and flow, right? As a light worker, again, getting more financial freedom into as many light workers as I can, that's my jam. So launching your day, leading your day, aligning your movement, your message, and your money. When you have a movement, this is my movement. When you have a movement inside of you, and you have a message to share, receiving the money is a beautiful thing because you've been in service. So again, the Global Networking Hub is at thesoullegacyacademy.com/courses/the Global Networking Hub. And we have a monthly call where you can come and you can continue on this conversation, connect, co-create, and collaborate and cross-promote with like minds. If you have a book inside of you, I want to share with you how to create a media kit around it, right? I have my book and I'm taking my book on a virtual book tour. And so I have a media kit so I can go out there and I can get featured and I can position myself as an author, but also as an authority on YouTube. And so that's what I want to share with you. So when you go to the Soul Legacy Academy, you'll see a masterclass. So soullegacyacademy.com/courses/masterclass. And I should put it up on the screen. And so there's a 4-hour masterclass. It's called the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube Masterclass and Bank 50K in 50 days. I did get that book in there because I never called it that before, but I have, because it's about writing down, being an author, positioning yourself and leveraging and creating passive income streams as a light worker, calling in your soul family for your books. How many books have you got on your bookshelf? A ton, right? When we write our book and we become the authors that take our readership community out of our pages onto YouTube and into our courses, night and day game changer. So that's aligning your movement, your message, and your money. I'd love to support you in that. I say here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. It's all about the big vision and soul mission, I believe. Definitely create your vision board. I will leave the link in the cards and in the description. And for you to create your vision board, I believe that you were born to serve. So share your gifts and shine your light, right? And I say, be blessed in your soul purpose. That is it. An hour. This is the second hour for the second live today. I've got another one to go because I dropped off, but it's cool. I've got spiritual freedom to do, and all of this is just absolutely wonderful for me. So that is it. I will see you for next Friday. So when you set your intentions, you've got your vision, let me know if you raise your vibration next Friday. And I have Spiritual Freedom Saturdays. So do subscribe. Love you billions. Love you too. Do subscribe, share this out, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care. Thank you, Robin.